wired up here. Mohammed's lived and worked in 6 countries: Lebanon, Syria, Canada, US, and Indonesia, and Germany. He had so many frequent flyer miles that he was still using them 8 years after he stopped traveling. There was a movie about you. You were caught in the airport and you couldn't get out. So.
Is that right?
Yes. And the project that he's going to describe, it started as homework for an English technical writing class. To overcome poor writing skills and to get a good grade, he invented a program that simulated navigation software way before GPS was invented. So I'll let him talk about what he has done and where he is now. Mohammed? Go ahead.
Thank you. By the way, the GPS was invented, but it was not on sale yet. Only the military used it. Thank you very much for being here. It's tough enough to get an audience, and to get an audience in a weather like this, that's even better, especially smart audience like you. Give yourself a hand. Okay, it seemed like this one jumped the gun. Yeah, I was clapping, but you know, so much for DNewTech. What we do is we help you avoid that sinking feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach when the phone rings while you're driving. And it seems that the phone always rings when it's really not a good time for it to ring. You're between I-94 and I-75 during rush hour. Or your car, you just hit the brake and the car kept going because there's snow on the road. And that's our specialty. We're not into the medical field, we're into the technology field, and that's how we're able to do it. Our field is called driver.
We can barely hear you.
Can you put it closer?
I don't know, did it die? I don't hear anything.
Can you put it closer?
Move the microphone further up on your lapel.
Hello? Well, what else is going to go wrong today? I'm not sure. Okay, so back to that feeling in your stomach. What we aim to do is allow people to use communication while they're driving, but without getting that icky feeling or without worrying about getting accident and so on. Now people say, well, why don't you just keep the phone turned off while you're driving? We've done a recent survey with Wayne State University students back in December, and they found out that more than 50% of people use the phone to communicate with family members about family issues. You know, bring the milk, pick up the kids, etc. And work was not the primary reason. So for us to be humans and to maintain this lifestyle that we live today, we really need to be in contact, but we need to do it safely. How does our system work? What we do is we have a little computer that monitors what the driver is doing, what the car is doing, what the phone is doing, and what's going on with the environment around the car. Then we look for comparable patterns that caused accident in the past. And that's what we call history. Or for regulation. Are we going over the speed limit unintentionally and so on? And if such conditions that says that it's going to be a danger occur, then we jump in and we mitigate the cause. For example, if your turn signal is engaged, or if your steering wheel is at an angle, that tells us that you're doing something critical. We don't let the phone ring. For as far as the caller is concerned, he's still waiting for you to pick up. And that's in a nutshell how the system works. Now, who needs that and why do they need it? Anybody that drives and have a cell phone, from 16-year-old who just got his driving permit up to the hazmat truck driver. And these are the two areas that we're going to tackle the most, because the 16-year-old and the hazmat truck driver are focused on policy-driven use of cell phone. So your parents wants to tell you what to use it, and your manager wants to tell you how to use it, and this is going to be our first two consumers. The products are very similar, but they're at different end of the market. That's going to be the product that we want to put in the market. The other advantage is that while the car is moving, it's collecting data. And that data is of benefit to the driver himself and to other drivers on the road. The government has a program called IntelliDrive, and they're trying to roll out, and our product fit the bill 100%, except for the vehicle-to-vehicle communication. We do everything through the portal. So let's say I'm driving at 7:30 in the morning and I hit black ice. You're coming in behind me at 7:45. You don't have to hit the black ice because you will receive the warning that there is a black ice at that spot. And things of that nature. So that data is also can be customized for specific industries or for specific use. So policy is enforced company-wide, not on a person-by-person basis. This shows you that in case of danger, we send out a signal. Now, what's the advantage that we have over like vehicle-to-vehicle and over the regular hand-free systems and so on? Is that you don't need infrastructure all over the place. The car has a device, you have the cellular connectivity to the internet, and you have the policy on the cell phone. So you get into the car, if you don't dock the cell phone, you hear a warning just like the chime bell for the safety bell. You plug the phone in, and then you're up to go from there. If you're a 16-year-old, the Corvette will drive like a Chevette with you. Your iPhone can only call mom, dad, and 911, and forget about texting, because the phone has to be in the holster. And we monitor for that, believe it or not. For the fleet person, let's say you got a fleet driver that's supposed to drive only shoes. But the manager is out of people that drive hazmat material, and they tell him, give him a wink, go on and get in the truck. When he gets into that truck doesn't go anywhere because the policy said this guy is not certified to drive a hazmat truck. So these are two on our target, the fleet and the teenagers, and that's what we're looking to implement by the end of this year. We already have 3 orders, but none of them materialized because the product is not done yet. And we're looking for $1 million.
Only hit till 8:08 apparently.
and we're looking for $1 million to over four payments to finish the design and the pre-marketing and the pre-sale of the product. Thank you very much. And I hope that you guys are all insured.
I don't know what's
Unfortunately,
next.
as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to adjust to anything. My dog ate my floppy disk, whatever.
I came here without presentation.
Okay, 5 minutes for Q&A, please.
Okay, go ahead.
That's the microphone.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So is this going to be strictly an aftermarket product?
Yes, we are already beginning to receive interest from OEMs, foreign OEMs for licensing, but that takes a long time, and we are targeting the aftermarket because of the volume that's out there. That's not being served.
So, does this even work?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All the mics are
since you're collecting data about, when my car is in a dangerous or not when it's in a dangerous situation, is there any chance you're in collecting historical data about my car that you're going to sell it to my insurance company so they can jack up my insurance rates?
No, actually, this is a great question. The consumers own the data. We even made sure that we include that in our patent, which my attorney thought it was stupid. But my point is that the consumer owns the data, and then what I can do is I can go to insurance companies. Use your example. I tell them I got 50,000 customers that do not go over 55, that they park like in Snob Height, 40210, whatever it is that we have, and they never had it, they were never stopped on the freeway, which meaning implies that they never had a ticket. Would you like to give them an offer? And then you guys will receive the offer, and I'll get my cut. But it will be up to you to accept the offer or not. It'll be just like another thing that you receive in the email, spam.
But you wouldn't take my data to them without my okay first.
No, I do not take your data to them. I tell them I have customers that have that kind of profile, okay?
I'm not driving home with them.
Well, you know what? He has a good point, because IntelliDrive is facing up to that problem where people say, I don't need Big Brother riding with me. But when you sharing data that is of benefit to you, then you see that, okay, if there's an accident, I want to know about it before I get to go to the parking lot with everybody else.
Can you have my car slow down before the police hit me with radar?
No, I cannot do that. But what I can make sure is that your son, when he borrows your Corvette, he'll drive like a Chevette with it. That I can do. Anybody else from this side?
You have a working prototype now?
Oh yeah, we have a functional proof of concept, believe it or not, since 2002. But our strategy have always focused on licensing the OEM because the product can be very sophisticated and it needs to interface with various parts of the car. Now we have the technology now, it's so common because the phones are more sophisticated that we can actually give up on the OEM and go straight to the aftermarket.
Are you connecting into the brains on the engine
Yes,
in any way?
Exactly.
And you have the right to do that from the OEMs?
We don't need the right to do that from the OEM. The OEM have a copyright on the programs. The data that's generated is public, and it is actually mandated by the federal government to have that data public since 1996.
Yeah, but you said that you can make a Corvette run like a Chevette or
That's-
something like that.
That's
and
exactly what
now
we
you're
do.
now you're impacting the way that engine operates.
Yes, but as
So
long
who's
as
the
I'm not
liability
violating,
there?
as
You
long-
or the car company?
as long as I'm not violating emission rules, there's no problem with that. I take the liability for the action. And what I'm doing is anything you obtain through reverse engineering is legal.
So how do you compete with Ford Motor Company? Because you've got this MyKey system that they're pushing out there already that does these type of things. It's targeted at fleet vehicles. It's something they're looking to be pushing out.
Well, you can tell Ford Motor Company to pass royalty in a hurry because MyKey was our idea that we gave them in 2004. Thank you. We do it on a cell phone, but they choose to put it on a key so people only buy Fords, you know. Anybody else?
One more.
Go ahead.
So, which one of the, would GM Ventures be interested in this? What is your history with General Motors? Obviously with Ford, you already have one. Is there any history there?
No, actually, we don't have we never had any close relationship with anybody except with Ford and with Microsoft. That was the only time where we were talking about development, but that never went anywhere.
Okay, great. Thank you. John, you want to do the announcements first, and then have you come on up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Our next meeting will be on February 2nd, and if I heard what Tan said correctly, we're going to go back to Wayne State for next month's meeting?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Wayne State Engineering Development Center, but we're going to be in the auditorium. So they're giving us a bigger facility and better care for us. So hopefully we won't have this incident.
Does anybody else in the audience have any other announcements about other meetings coming up? Jen?
I'm Jan Gensheimer with the New Enterprise Forum in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We have two events coming up on January 20th. We have an event for talking to your first customer, how you actually get yourself in front of somebody to give you feedback in the early days. You can find that event at www.newenterpriseforum.org. And then on February 17th, I'm really proud to say that the New Enterprise Forum will celebrate 25 years of being an all-volunteer nonprofit, and we'll be celebrating the 350 companies we have coached over the last 25 years to help them get their pitch ready to put in front of investors. So we have hundreds of volunteers that have worked as coaches with those companies. If you go to newenterpriseforum.org, it'd be a great night to get together and see the kinds of companies and coaches and service providers and investors that work with companies and a real part of our Southeastern Michigan network. So I hope you guys will have a 25th anniversary at some point in time too. Ours is in February 17th, www.newenterpriseforum.org.
I want to say that I work with New Enterprise Forum, and they're a fabulous organization in terms of the coaching and just the personal context. I had 7 coaches volunteer to work with me who helped me a lot put together various pitches. So if you have an opportunity, and it's based in Ann Arbor, but it's worth the trip, and I would highly recommend talking to Jan. It's a really good organization.
I think I got 2 other events that's going on. It's actually on the website. Is the ACE Award coming out on January 31st in Ann Arbor. I think it would be a great opportunity for us, especially this venue, like this group here, is an opportunity to give other companies that are out there. The other thing is also the R&D, which is U of M have kind of set up, and I don't know if I'm supposed to promote this, but basically R&D is the revitalization and building, giving these U of M MBA grads over to Detroit, kind of open them up to what's going on in Detroit. So that's another one that's happening on the 20th, I think it's the 20, February, January 22nd, I think that's one.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this, Ann Arbor DNewTech's having its next meeting next Tuesday night. It's very much the same format as this. And if you go to ACE 2011, then make sure you carpool, because there's going to be a lot of problems with parking there. And I think there's one other thing. There's a startup weekend in U of M sometime in January.
21st to 23rd.
Yeah, 21st to 23rd, right. So entrepreneurs, you got a lot of things to do this month.
Ann Arbor DNewTech is not an official sponsor, but they helped us get started, and they're kind enough to lend us Roger every month, so we really do appreciate their help and support. Any other events coming up that people want to make note of? Yes.
Just real quick, for the A2 DNewTech, you can go to a2newtech.org for all the event information for that.
Okay, Ton, I think you have some door prizes for us?
Actually, yeah, the Quicker Loans has been gracious not only to give us a place for food, but also gifts. So I'm going to just let some of you guys just to pick out a raffle. So Erica, how do you do one?
Can't pick out your own,
Go
though.
ahead. No. Yeah, you're supposed to.
I can't take
Go ahead, Steve. Okay, and then you got 3 gifts actually. All right, go ahead, Erica.
3, 4, 1, 6, 7, 8.
You guys want Carol? Didn't you just win $5,000 for tweeting?
Obviously, she's not breaking anything.
Hey, come on. Okay. Go ahead.
341690.
This is a fat ass poster.
Okay.
What was the second one?
341690.
Hey, all the awardees are going to stand and something.
It's a fathead vinyl wall graph.
I'm sorry. There we go. Oh, Maria, what was it?
It's a fathead vinyl wall graphic. Fathead is one of our companies in the family of companies. It's world renowned. You can place it on any wall, peel it off, put it on another wall. It won't ruin anything.
There you go. Makes great Christmas gifts.
The last one is 3416.
Yeah, exactly.
74.
Or 7 or 7 4.
74.
Are you sure?
Oh wait, I think I grabbed the wrong one.
I think that's yours.
That's mine. Wrong one. Okay, the next one will be 341642. Oh, come on, it's really the right one now.
Must be presents a win.
Okay.
All right, do another
You
one.
guys would like this
I
one
think
because
that
it's...
was actually, I think that was Ed because he was right before me and I'm 4-3.
Okay. Is that... Okay. Well, this one is 2 tickets to the North American Auto Show. For free.
Oh, there you go.
That was my ticket.
Yep. You gotta stand up here. That's the... Okay, come on. Thank you very much.
I think that does us for the evening. I think there's some more food left over there. There's some more soft drinks. And please spend some time talking with one another and with the speakers. Again, drive home safely, and we'll see you on February 2nd, if not at one of the other events first. Thank you, folks.